The ATV at this time. Caitlin Clark on the floor here today is scoring in a season as Boston shoots it in the corner. She and Stephanie Dolson are likely 2 steps ahead of Indiana, and Indiana expects Carlson to be left alone. Since they can't win a championship in this building, both teams play fast, and Austin will take the ball herself and Mitchell will make an extra pass. Bonder considered this season's depth. Mitchell launching Wilson, who has a good 3-point shooting percentage. A year prior, he had stopped fake and launched Enkler into the air. I spoke with Brittany Sykes from Washington, and she said that the player's added weapon is the speed at which Carlson will be bouncing. Howard charging here is the 4th overall pick, and I've been singing here for Debbie for the past year. I mean, I checked in here for Indiana, and the corner here is off the to be built here as Mitchell fires away fantastically without the ball during the season, and the Fever scoring craft is one of those players trying to make this a really good defender. Great years in Greece were spent with teammates Sonia Katrin for WNBA games and Halls. Hesitation on the ball has become one throughout the season into the playoffs, and if we start seeing a lot of that in the league too, they're a lot alike. Bonner crossing over. Great. Bonner's crossing over is fantastic. I believe that the one we'll monitor throughout the year is when Bonner won 2 WNBA titles so she could play 2,225 back here today. Katrin puts her hand up her leg since she has to trim it, she will just do it tomorrow. Austin, we must consider the long term and exercise caution because Amber Cox and Cunningham are getting away with a foul on hole since they are a player who steps on traffic and makes an extra pass. Allen in just 8 minutes, Cunningham has scored a few baskets, grabbed a few boards, and been a Boston Shield attacker. There are several reasons why the Fever aren't playing well. Howard gives Howard the right position on the break, wheeling inside in an attempt to use her size. The 3 get straight to the rim they were trying to do, and she can hold you to play with you guys. You think you're going to worry about this because she had an option out here in that first preseason game, and she was all over the top of screening action. Will she get it off in time? Howard's left hand was a lot of the same story, and to be able to hit the floor without a whistle officiating in the late of a defensive-minded game coach this year, Sophie will be very different from last year. She will step back and get a hand on that Katrin on the drop. Regular season form as Sykes stepping back using that athleticism. Wilson launches the half. Melvin leaks out high, arcing Howard backdoor hole gets inside, and there is Mitchell here for Washington. That one behind bounces Howard the left hand up. Stephanie White is the ball screen, but you know personnel set free throw shooter a year ago. Kelsey is supporting her. Olin is spinning away and flips on 2 holes right up the middle. Change the rhythm that gives you a preseason game in the huddle with Stephanie, even though she isn't available for our preseason opener. Also, Bonner is trying to play over the top instead of playing the final minute, so it's a little 2-man game with Angler corner here, kind of a de facto last shot. Instead, the Fever leaves it for Sutton, who is wide open, but Washington played really good basketball in 2016, and now they're not Mitchell. They didn't hit a shot in the first. Pull back within 2 here, sit strong and pressure her, and there will be a 3rd overall pick. Simple things are right here. This time, the high ball screen spins on Enkler. Howard's right hand, Sykes the game's top scorer, and adds a rookie extra pass. Enkler. Sykes feed switch on to Boston, and they're trying to repost. The rookie is dialing up Wilson, but Sutton, a ceiling player, cuts him off there. The little extra pass. Bonner corner 3 left alone, no Ariel. Atkins for 18 for Boston on a fake. Boston gets Wilson 100% ready, good position. Shots the area for novices. Actually, Boston just got around after Howard Fton lost his handle. He moves fairly effectively. On the defensive end, Preington Melvin is a good backup for Stephanie Dolson. He has a pretty spin and gets to the rim. Mitchell. Bullseye is on the other end, but the inbounder got it back. Set up here. 13-year-old pro double team. Cunningham fakes for an additional pass corner. This is Enkler. Bonner, who hangs his Bonner, and he could be 5 here from the line today if he wants to. The pass took too long to get there. Finish her career as a lone woman, and she rattled and looked inside for Boston. That's a foul. 4, applause, defense there, and this Austin looked back door and got it to me. I remember how inside 2 beautiful passes assisted there. That's what I mean when I say that very optimistic falls off the ball that allows the replay with you. Sykes launches and misses and Hole will launch, and Washington turns the special guest with us. For the Final Four, we really have to training a classroom training event, tighten that up, and get more efficient here in front of the Gamebridge Fieldhouse. With the trans, we're settling in and waiting to see if our representative is back and truly looking for something important regarding freedom of movement for when we make educated decisions about some of the areas of emphasis. How about that? She just appeared here in the Catron corner 3, looking at Boston with a little FL. This is Brown here for Washington, deep inside, setting up foul line bounces inside. Priel launches at 3, got Clack rectal corner 3 offensively look, but you have to get on the defense for the players in the airs. Hole right up the gut and congratulations off the mark. Melbourne outplayed Mitch, knocked down to 5 last year, and Jalinda Train over Boston is tough to believe she's in the gap, recovering too. How locked into every Mitchell on the drive, aggressive attack, can shoot, and with a size advantage goes to work. Shot checked in as well. As the season progresses, this is the Prel shot clock down to 5 on the breaks cross-court pass, but Lacey's attempt on the shot fake fires up a wide 19 points, speeding up through something, and bringing inside for Timpson, who fails at that. Jones, applause, by Cunningham floater. Bounces right 11, most of this roster in and racing the other way and fight to get it to 0-2. Jones feeds kick. Brown applies the brakes and takes a couple of short leads for right now, but it's a tough ball against Washington. He screens for the dive in deep position and can't get it to go 3. Lacey finally spots a second effort, possibly an ill-advised shot, perhaps after falling behind their offensive by 15. Sack. Now that the rookie extra passler is open, Washington has numbers here. Just running some basic things right here. High ball screen, a repost spinning on Inkler power, the right hand this time into double figures. She's had 11. Sykes, the night's top scorer. They're attempting to repost the transition to Boston. This is the rookie dialing up Wilson, cut off there by Sutton, who is considered a high-ceiling player and a great teammate. Citron turns the corner. High shots in the game, and you're probably going to get 8 or 9 Sutton angler cross-court passes. It's a great pick by the front. Mitchell's extra pass to the corner, 3 Sykes attacking, and the Boston handoff left angler alone, allowing Indiana to maintain possession without an Ariel. Atkins hesitates and dumps it for Boston on a fake as the Indiana coaches turn the corner. Boston didn't start well last season, perhaps they weren't quite ready. Indiana is currently in a strong position after moving up 1 for 5. Howard is opposing the rookie section. Throwing Howard on at Iowa. Aliyah. Boston struck that early, but she just lost the handle after a decent match in her 65 moves. I believe Priel is a good backup for Stephanie Dolson. Austin, handoff Mitchell bullseye, and Olsen on the other end can't get Melvin to play. 3 here as Boston just got around the only starter on the floor for Washington. Melvin pretty spin gets to the rim, not showing any schemes on the defensive end. WNBA regular season minutes and kind of size up won those last couple roster spots. The Fever, a rookie on a 16-year pro team, did a great job when the inbounder got it back set up here. Bonner gets inside Boston extra pass corner 3. I believe Priel is a good backup for Stephanie Dolson. Austin, handoff Mitchell bullseye, and Olsen on the other end can't get Melvin to play. 3 here as Boston just got around the only starter on the floor for Washington. Melvin pretty spin gets to the rim, not showing any schemes on the defensive end. WNBA regular season minutes and kind of size up won those last couple roster spots. The Fever, a rookie on a 16-year pro team, did a great job when the inbounder got it back set up here. Bonner gets inside Boston extra pass corner 3. Austin fakes the pass while driving into a double team Cunningham. She's 5 of 5 here from the line today, and he wants to finish her career as Enxler left alone. She rattled by 2 Cunningham looking inside 4. You can work on our replay and get more efficient as she keeps shining here in front of the Gamebridge Fieldhouse. If there isn't any possession, we can exhale a little bit with the trans can, and we're settling in the game, so I'm looking forward to we really focus on training our rep in the comp team, so when you say analytics team, do you mean someone from the back of radar? We're looking for someone who is really skilled. The most important thing about the freedom of movement is balance and rhythm, which are sort of the guidelines for when we make. We really appreciate you coming here and teaching us about some of the areas of emphasis, and it's great to hear Sue's thoughts on that. Wants them to do it correctly. A little Flim has checked in one of the rookies, and the hall has cleared space for an intriguing grouping here on the floor for Stephanie White's as Melvin. Citron corner 3 as Washington recovers nicely defensively, Citron icing keeping the ball on the same side in the second half of the Finn over Boston game. Jalinda was stuck down 3 shots, and Jay Melvin, the third-year guard who won bronze with Australia at the Olympics last year, had Mitchell with a shot clock down to 5. It's hard to believe. She's in the gap. She has 2 skill sets. Oh, she is on the bench, but the key takeaway has been how locked into every Kelsey. Thank you. Mitchell on the drive aggressive attack can switch on to Boston's with the size advantage going to work shot. Jaylen Brown, who recently checked in, also came over, and there isn't a single starter on the floor for Washington's DP rookie here. Cunningham gets inside sets up. Hall Olsen's attempt to fake the 3 bounces off the foul line. Olsen is working on Hall prep launches at 3 docks inside. There are excellent learning opportunities for the players, and the Turner's pass that was knocked away came back to her with a hole right up the gut. He recently got engaged a few weeks ago. Clark, who just checked in, comes up with the steal rectal corner 3. Indiana wasn't organized defensively. Hey, nobody stops the ball, it's a wide open look. Congratulations. Not quite right. Even so, Washington must be happy with their effort. Lacey fakes a shot and fires up a W. From the free throw line, scoring 19 points. I'm moving swiftly through things, though. Lucy Olsen goes around a bend. 25 WNBA draft. I don't know about that, but I believe that Green applies the brakes, crosses the court, and passes Jones in regulation. I think we're going to take that into consideration as the season progresses. Oh, and for Timpson, who is somewhat in the draft. You know, the Green got by Cunningham floater bounces minutes. Hole raced the other way and played down 15 in the first half to get it to 0-2. Jones feeding after we indicated the plus-minus right 13. Cunningham plus 11. Most of this squad in N and a poor pass. Kemp Brown wears the brakes safely for the duration of this 1-2 lead, which makes you believe that he is the best 3-point threat on the court right now. It's a tough ball, and Indiana is playing Washington up screen for the dive draw, which just now feeds inside Timpson's deep position, but he can't get it to go along. He hands it off to Green, and the extra session shot clocks down to 3 Lacey areas that ultimately finish beneath Brown on a second attempt, possibly their poorly thought-out preseason opener, after trailing by